know at a very young age how to interact with people who disagreed with me, how to get the job done without getting too bogged down in what you think about the president or what you think about the economy. There's a job that needs to get done. Let's work together to get it done. The 90s were a different time. The Republican Party was a different party back then. We used to have a tradition here in Arizona of moderate, sensible, conservative Republicans that could work hand in glove with Democrats. John McCain being one example. Even some of the people that helped certify the 2020 election against Donald Trump, who most people don't know their names. They stood up against their own party. We have that tradition in Arizona, but things are changing. It's not like that anymore. The MAGA movement's taken over. When we saw what happened to Renee Good in Minneapolis, it took hours before the White House responded and said that that officer has full immunity. And I'm quoting J.D. Vance, full immunity. No accountability whatsoever for what had happened, which sends a message to the rest of these ICE agents who just got the largest budget that they've ever seen in their entire careers in the existence of DHS, that the White House has your back. No matter what you do, no matter how violent it is, you have our support. That is not the Republican Party that I grew up around. That's not sensible. It's not moderate. It doesn't help Americans. It only helps one group of people in a year that they know they're going to lose some of the midterms. They're going to lose some seats. We hope this is one of them. So I'm bringing up ICE for a reason, because there are a lot of things. Right now there's so many problems and they're all important, but we can only talk about a few. And politicians have a knack for rambling on, so I'm going to try and be concise here. ICE detained 68,000 additional people in 2025 than they did in 2024. It's a 120% increase. They are required by their own statutes to inspect each detention facility twice a year. They did it once last year. Absolutely no punishment for that. No accountability. So in a year where they saw a 120% increase in detained people, they saw a decrease in the amount of inspections they were doing. When you eliminate oversight like this, problems occur. They're occurring so fast we can't even keep up with them. And without the inspections, without any of this oversight, these problems become patterns, and these patterns lead to violence. We're seeing it in Arizona now. There are groups sprouting up all over our communities, trying to organize at a local level where ICE is going to be, how to interact with them without escalating the violence, how to let them know that they do not have our support. Blake and I and several others show up every city council meeting in Mesa to try and get them to get rid of this 287G agreement. ICE is an existential threat for our Latino communities.
Thank you.
But not just our Latino communities. There's a gentleman that spoke up and said, most people think I'm Mexican, I'm Asian. And if they can't tell the difference, how can ICE? So it's more than just immigrations and customs enforcement. I believe there should be an immigration and customs enforcement that's held to the same standard as every other federal law enforcement agency. That's not too much to ask. And we don't need a constitutional amendment to make that happen. We need consequences. We need accountability. And we need to send people to Congress who will publicly pledge to indict, impeach, and hold these people accountable. Take them and give them what they're depriving the Latino community of right now, which is their day in court. Due process is all we're asking for. So that's ICE, that's immigration. It's a hot topic right now. But I want to ask the group here, you guys seem like you know your stuff. How many of you have heard of Project 2025? Okay, so that's pretty much all of you. If you were to go down the bullet list of what they aim to accomplish with Project 2025, I'm going to ask you, just to gauge if you think they've been successful in their attempts. They want to regulate women's rights and autonomy over their own body. Do you think they've been successful in repealing that? Yes. Immigration policy through mass deportations. Do you think they've been pretty successful with that?
Oh, yeah.
Now, you guys know this, so I'm not going to go down every single bullet list. The reason I'm bringing it up, though, is because they have a plan. And this plan didn't sprout up in the 2024 election. They've been working on this for a long time. What's our plan? I can come up here and tell you I want to increase Social Security, and I want to cut rent, and I want to do all these things. How do I do that when Citizens United is there? Standing in our way. When billionaires can come and go, I don't think so. Here's a fire hose of money to the opposition. You either get on board with me, or I will find someone that will. That's what Citizens United is doing right now. When you hear billionaires own our government, this is what they're talking about. I can come up with one good idea after another, or you can come up with one good idea after another that will just die when it comes time to vote on it. Because people are afraid of losing their seats. So, day one, we need a coalition to overturn Citizens United. This will not be easy. But if the Republican Party can put up Project 2025 take years and be patient and execute their strategy, so can we.